Okay. Hello, everyone. So welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Nina, and I will be co-hosting the second week of the 21-day challenge with my friend Karikeya. So just a brief introduction. I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation since childhood, and I've personally felt its benefits from so many angles in my life. And I feel like Sahaja Yoga meditation has really helped me to connect with my true self, as it's only when you're free from thoughts and attachments to people, to things, to situations that you begin to really understand who you are and also the world around you. And so I'm very excited for all the upcoming sessions that we'll be going through together. And again, it's been really wonderful to see so many people joining these sessions and watching from all over the world. So yeah, Karikeya, do you want to just introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, thanks, Nina. I've also been meditating since, I guess, from a young age. Both my parents also do Sahaja Yoga meditation. But I also, I only guess recognize the actually true potential of meditation, and for myself is when I was a bit older, so coming into uni and things like that. I really started to understand how significant meditation is for everyday life, to be connected with my own spirit and realizing that, you know, we have this power within us that we can utilize, that that really is working on a very subtle level rather than your physical, your mental, and your emotional. We have this system within us that is guiding us, that is wanting to, you know, work with us, and we just have to utilize that in the best way possible. And yeah, so I really began to really go in depth with this in the more recent years, and I found that it's very beneficial throughout my whole life, to daily stuff, and also just to de-stress as well, just from the complications of everyday life. As I forgot to mention as well, so I am completing my studies. I'm doing a degree in biological sciences, and I'm also working in customer analytics. So yeah, I've really found that, especially with studies and with work as well, trying to balance that has been the meditation at, you know, in the mornings and afternoons, evenings, sorry, have been really beneficial for that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that. So just before we start, I just wanted to ask, is there anyone new that is joining us from Zoom? Because if so, then please write your name in the chat, and then we will organize a breakout room in just a minute to give a brief introduction to Sahaja Yoga. This is for those who are watching through Zoom. And if you haven't followed the first week, then please write your name in the chat and we'll organize the breakout room for that. If not, then yeah, if not, then we will continue on. So today is very exciting. For those of you who have been following the course for the past week, the theme of the second week will be balancing your awareness and getting to know all the 7 energy centers in your solar system. So today we have Tanya with us, and the topic of today's session in particular is making our innocence shine. So once your awareness is stabilized in moments of thoughtless awareness above the thoughts, you start to identify with the higher you. And so from that place, we start the job of polishing and cleaning away any irregularities within us. And so today we will be focusing on the first energy center called the Mooladhara Chakra. As the first energy center is at the base or at the root of our solar system, the qualities of the Mooladhara Chakra are very important for us to achieve and I should say like sustain a strong state of meditation. And so when our first chakra is in balance, we experience life in a childlike way, expressing innocence, wisdom, and spontaneous joy. So our invited presenter today is Tanya, who is currently based and working in finance in Melbourne, and who has been meditating for a couple of years. So hi, Tanya. Lovely to have you with us for today's session. I'll pass it on to you.
Hi, thanks Nina for the introduction. Good morning or good evening, depending upon wherever you are in the world. And today's is a very interesting topic, as we would be focusing on our first energy center, Mooladhara. And if we try to break this word Mooladhara into 2 parts, Moola means roots and Dhara means roots, the support system. So it's really like a support system for our Kundalini energy. And before moving forward, you might wonder that why I have Shrimataji's, or with love, we call her mother's picture right beside me. You also might have seen Subhani's and Subhani's session. So Shrimataji's photograph has vibration, and it's really good to have her picture in front of us rather than just finding the picture in laptop or a phone. So whenever you are meditating in morning or evening, you can just sit in front of a picture, light a candle maybe, so you feel more calm. And it's really good to get positivity in whichever way you can. So coming back to our today's topic, um, every energy center is above our Kundalini energy, as we know from the subtle system. But this is the only chakra that is below our Kundalini energy. It really fuels up our motherly energy, and it really gives the permission to rise above and beyond our Swadhisthana Chakra. And it's very important to make our first energy center clean and strong. Can we have the subtle system on the screen, please? This energy center is of red color, and one of its main quality is innocence, as Nina was just sharing. And the element is earth, or Mother Earth. We all are made of Mother Earth element, and today we would be using that element to purify and clean our energy center. As we can see that this center has 4 petals. As most of you know, that carbon atom has 4 valencies. Carbon is also said to be the building block of life. In the same manner, Mooladhara is our building block. And we have a very scientific yet interesting video explaining the same. So let's see that video now. While the team is getting the video ready, I really found this video very interesting because it is explaining the carbon atom and its relation to our Mooladhara Chakra in a very scientific manner. So let's see the video now.
There's so many things we have to see, that whatever has been revealed to you, you can verify it. For example, I had said long time back that Mooladhara Chakra is made out of carbon atom. And if you see it from left to the right, right to the left side, you see nothing but a swastika. So now you see from left to the right, then you see Omkara. And once you see from down below upward, you see the Alpha and Omega. Now see, Christ has said that I am the Alpha and the Omega. So this swastika becomes Omkara, also becomes Christ. You can see it very clearly. Now we have got a beautiful picture of that. We have a tape, and I wanted to see you all that, but I don't know how we can manage here. But I wish you all could see it. It's so clear cut. So Alpha and Omega, also these mathematical things have come to us from inside, from the divine. This is not we have created. This was found out by some mathematicians who were realized souls, and they used this Alpha and Omega. It's surprising how it shows so clearly that swastika becoming Omkar, and Omkar then becoming Alpha and Omega. So everything in Sahaja Yoga is tangible and can be verified.
Wow, what a video. I really personally love this video. So, you all might know that children are known to be very innocent. So that's why their Mooladhara Chakra is strongest. Because they do not discriminate in anyone. They cannot discriminate because they don't have that impurity. And innocence is the quality which is innately built within us. So it cannot be destroyed. It might be covered by the dark clouds, but we can clear it up. So let's meditate. What we're going to do. So whenever we meditate, we put our hands like this, as if we are receiving something. So that's the vibrations. But whenever we are clearing our subtle system, we put hands like this on the Mother Earth, as if we are transferring something into the Mother Earth. So let's take deep breath, close our eyes, and request from a motherly energy to allow us to clear our subtle system. Let's pray to Mother Earth. Please clean us. As we take bath every day to clean our body from outside, we also need to clean our body from inside. Let's ask for balance so that we are not in the past, we are not in the future, but we are in the present, because that's the reality. Mother Earth, please suck away all our problems, all our tensions, the stress within us, and make us pure, just like children. We all have a child hidden in us, but we just need to discover that. We need to make our innocence shine. So let's clear it up. Humbly request from your motherly energy to clean your Mooladhara Chakra and transferring all the negativities into Mother Earth. You can also try to lift your hand 1 or 2 inches above the ground to feel if there is some heat or some warmthness which you can feel, which is getting transferred into the earth element. Mother Earth, please suck away all our problems and negativities so that we can meditate and stay in thoughtless awareness. As we saw in this video, that the carbon has 4 valencies, and as we saw Omkara, Swastika, Alpha and Omega. So the Omkara, Om, A-U-M, it's said to be the first sound when the universe was made. So what we'll focus on today, we'll meditate on Om. If you remember last to last session, we were meditating on Bija Mantras. So Bija Mantras are the sound whenever our Kundalini is rising above and beyond. Every chakra has its own frequency, and every chakra responds to a particular sound. But whenever Kundalini is rising from our central channel, because our central channel is empty, so it's make a sound, and that sound is said to be the sound of Om. So because we have cleaned ourselves using the earth element, let's meditate on Om. So what we're going to do is we'll inhale once and we'll say Om, but we'll not just say, we sing it, just like So we'll do it a couple of times. Let's do it about 4 times. Don't feel shy. No one's listening to you. And let's try doing it. Take a deep breath. Second time. Let's do it one more. While keeping our eyes closed, let's try to put our attention on top of our head. Try to feel the calmness within us. And if there are thoughts coming, just say, not now, not this thought. Don't entertain your thoughts, just let them pass. While sitting in this position and putting our attention on top of our head and keeping our attention inside, let's listen to Shrimatiji's talk, where she's explaining why innocence is important and what is the power of innocence. And after that, we'll meditate on a beautiful music which is specially designed for our Mooladhara Chakra.
So actually, we bow to innocence within us. And this innocence is the one gives you the enlightenment. As I told you yesterday, the light has innocence. But this is innocent without knowledge. But your light is innocent with knowledge. We always think that the people who have got knowledge can never be innocent, can never be simple. And the idea we have got about innocence is that an innocent person is always deceived, can be befooled, and can be always taken for granted. But innocence is a power. It is a power which protects you, which gives you light of knowledge. Knowledge that we have in the worldly sense is how to exploit others, how to cheat others, how to make money out of them, how to make fun of others, how to look down upon others. But the light of innocence is the light by which you know that love is the highest thing. And it teaches you how to love others, how to care for others, how to be gentle about others. it also gives you the light within. It's just the other way around of this avidya that we have in this world. Just the other way around. The avidya outside teaches us competition, how to put the other person down, because it has fear. It is insecure. This knowledge is not secure at all. If it had security, it would not have behaved like this. But the light of innocence knows everything. It has no fear. When we say children are innocent, we mean to say that they have that power of innocence. Many times people have noticed if a child falls from a height, he doesn't die, while a young man may die with a much smaller height. And the child is not afraid while falling. He just enjoys as if there's a parachute coming down, nicely. And then when he falls down also just gets up, laughs, smiles at everyone. He doesn't understand why everybody is worried. Because in that innocence he knows that he's looked after. He's protected. He knows that there is a power which is much higher than him, and he does not have to worry. Then we start putting ideas into the head of the child. And that is how he starts losing his power of innocence. And he becomes a coward. He becomes a cunning fellow. He becomes an unrighteous personality. But still we would say that the innocence of children is innocence of ignorance. In a way, because they do not know the dangers of life. But the light of innocence knows all the dangers and also knows how to get rid of it. Also knows how to be away from such a person. There was a wise man who was going on a staircase. There was a stupid man coming from the other side, foolish man. So foolish people are always aggressive. That is one of the signs, because they have inferiority complex. So the foolish man says to the man who was coming up, he says, one had to move on one side. So he says, I don't move for fools, the foolish one says. So the wise man says, I do, and he moved. That's how the light of innocence tells you how far to go with a person, how far to talk to a person, how far to indulge in another person's personality or his problems. Otherwise he deceits. He understands that this gentleman is a stupid fool, so I move for a fool like that. He doesn't pay attention to such a person. He doesn't bother about such a person. This is the light of innocence which gives you discrimination. How far to go with others? I love a person. There are many, I love him. All right. Another person may kick you, may hit you, may trouble you, may become absolutely, horribly possessed, but still you are just mad or in love with that person. without any self-respect. This comes because there is no... You may be innocent in a way, in a worldly manner, but you are not enlightened and innocent. When you are enlightened and innocent, then your innocence is a power which gives you, first thing is discretion. Supposing you take a light in your hand. Now you know whether it is a snake or a rope. But if there is no light in your hand, you cannot see. But even supposing it's a snake, you might run away. Or if you are a stupid fool, you will say, all right, come and bite me. I would like to see how it works. Children are there. But if you are an enlightened person, then you will tell the snake, now let me be alone, all right? Bye-bye. And the snake will know and it will go away. Or if the snake is a sinister one, you may just look at the snake and snake might run away. So this power of innocence is a very, very important thing. And that comes to us through our enlightenment alone. So we are, say, in a state which is ignorant and innocent. Innocent and ignorant. Then people are no more innocent nor ignorant, but they are not enlightened. They become cunning. If they don't have both the qualities, they are neither ignorant, so-called, they have got knowledge, they are good at everything, they are well-known people for their intelligence, brilliance, everything, so they are knowledgeable, so-called. So such people we could call as the people who have got the knowledge in the worldly sense. But they have no innocence. So they start devising methods. The innocence which is there, which puts a little control over such a mind, is lost. Because they think innocence is stupid, They don't respect their innocence. So they start maneuvering people, doing violent things, doing harmful things, saying nasty, sarcastic things. All these things the brain starts working. Because it cannot get back to its innocence. So we don't like such people later on, we don't want them. Then they develop ideas that we are higher people, we are chosen people, we are better people. Then they develop all these ideas. Then all of them club together. So ignorance is added as a so-called knowledge, you see. Inside is completely ignorance. Outside is knowledge. And added up like that. They do not want to seek there, inside. And they are satisfied with their outside so-called knowledge. And they go ahead with it. And once they break their heads, then they realize, oh God, what was it? Inside is all darkness. We cannot live with all the windows closed hermetically and the sun shining outside. We have to have light inside to see for ourselves what are we, what are our powers, how far we can go, how we are working out ourselves, our lives, our aims.
Beautiful talk, was it, isn't it? Before handing the session over to the MCs, I just want to highlight a few points here. As Shrimataji explained, that innocence is a power and not a weakness. And whenever we build a house, we really build it above the ground, but we also establish the roots beneath the ground so that the structure is really strong and can handle the earthquakes and everything. That's how, when our Kundalini is rising, it needs a strong base, a strong support. And that's what our Mooladhara Chakra, our first energy center, gives. So that's the importance of our chakra. And it's really easy to balance and clean this chakra, just using the earth element, either sitting on the ground, going to a park, sitting on the grass, doing some gardening, buying some plants, or whatever you can just to make your connection with the earth. And it's really powerful that how Mother Earth can help cleanse our whole body. As we also know that our emotional side, the left channel, is very much important, and it starts from Mooladhara Chakra. So whenever we are using the earth element, it not only cleanses our first chakra, but it also brings us in balance. It makes us emotionally strong and really strengthen our left channel. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I hand it over to Nina and Kartikeya now.
Thanks for that, Tanya. That was, yeah, an amazing course, and I really enjoyed the explaining of the meaning behind the the swastika and the relation between the Mooladhara and the carbon, especially for me, who am a study, I'm a scientist and by nature, and I'm studying that actually, and I really enjoy that relation between the nature and, as Tanya was explaining, the connection with Mother Earth and our subtle system. And I think it's very interesting because as humans, we're very drawn to the nature. There's that innate quality that we somehow get drawn towards nature. When we go for a walk in the park or see, go to the ocean, and we see that, we feel a very deep connection within us that's very subtle. And that is actually the innocence, and that's the innocence of the Mother Earth, the quality of that nature, because it has been untainted by the world of other things. So that is why we're drawn so much to the nature and that connection with the carbon, because as Tanya is explaining, that carbon is the essence of all life, all matter on this earth, and that relation between the Mooladhara Chakra and the innocence within that, so we are just drawn to that aspect, and that really is establishing that innocence within us. And I think that that's a really interesting topic, and one that is quite relatable. As I said, it's everything's related to the Mother Earth, and even just sitting down on the floor, you feel that connection with the Mother Earth. You can put both your hands towards the ground, and you feel there's some subtle connection there, and I think that is very interesting for that. Also, on the topic of the Om as well, that sound, as Tanya explained, that is a universal sound. And I think what really helps is that saying that Om at 3 times as well. And I've always found that to be really beneficial in my meditations, just to say that. And while we're doing that as well, I feel that's another way to really kind of go more in depth with that is you can really start from the base of your spine where your Kundalini is, and put your attention there. And while you're saying this Om, you try to stretch out this Om sound for, maybe 10 seconds or so. And while you're doing that, you allow your attention to rise through your Kundalini all the way to the top until you reach the top of your head. And you can do that 3 times. And you'll find that you really start to feel that connection with your surrounding. Your awareness becomes inwards, but also outwards. And I think that was, as we explained in the first week, that is the part of the thoughtless awareness state, that we're going to this attention that is the top of our head. We're going beyond all this plane of existence, but also being aware of our surrounding, being connected with the nature around us and everything. So yeah, I think that's really very interesting topic, and the basis basically of our meditations is if you have a strong Mooladhara Chakra, the strong innocence, then really everything else will work out really. So I think that's a very important part of that aspect. So I know it can be a little bit daunting and a lot of information, but I think that's it's really beneficial for your meditation to try this, especially working on your Mooladhara Chakra and doing these little techniques to help you in your meditation while you're doing it every day. So now I'll just, again, as we've done in previous sessions, I'll take you through the resources page for anyone who's just joined or on YouTube. Okay. So as we can see here, so I'll start from the top. As again, the meditation website is freemeditation.com.au/December 2021. You can also find it down on this link here in the December course. And so we've completed that first week initial course, the beginner course. So now we're starting the intermediate meditation session, and we're going through that for the next 7 days. And as you can see, again, we've got the 2 links to join. Recommend definitely joining through the Zoom, but if you can't, you can join through the YouTube channel, and that will be recorded. This session is being recorded, so you can watch that later on in your own time, or if you want to watch it again, and it comes up here on this link. There is also our WhatsApp group, and that is just a support group, just to help with any questions you have that you want to ask about anything particular about this session or even previous sessions, or anything for your meditation. If you have any questions or inquiries that you need help or guidance with, me and Nina, we're definitely happy to help with any of those questions, and any of the presenters as well. We'll answer any of your questions that you have, and I might just get Nina to post that chat, that link on the chat. So you can use that, click on that, and you get access to the WhatsApp group. So again, it'll just take you through this part. So we've done the first week, and we'll be starting the second week. So as you can see, we've done 8th day, and so making your innocence shine. So that was today, and tomorrow we'll be going through cooling down the thinking process. So, sorry. So are the thoughts thinking of you? Are you thinking of thoughts? Cooling down our second energy center, the Swadisthan Chakra. So this will be focusing on our second center, that's the Swadisthan Chakra, and this is to do with our thought process, our attention, being spontaneous, and our creativeness as well. So just being in that moment, that present moment. So we'll be focusing on helping to go deeper into that technique. And then we'll go down to the resources again, just to show. So in previous sessions, you would have seen that we have a few resources here. And if any of you want to go again through the balancing technique and the meditating technique, that's always a great one. I think James has been showing that one every day, and that's a great thing to do if you've kind of forgot about how to do it. Just refresh you how to do that one. And yeah, it's a handy tool to have always, just to have that going. And of course, we've got all the different techniques, clearing and balancing. And of course, this week we'll be starting our foot soaking and candling. So we'll be working on that as our focus for this week, doing that really in-depth clearing and balancing. So especially for foot soaking as well, it's always really beneficial I find for a lot of people, is to do that in the evening, maybe when you're coming back from work or just before you go to bed. It's a great technique for really clearing out that right side and that mental thinking and that heatedness that we usually feel at the end of the day. So we'll definitely be going through that and showing you how to do that. And if you haven't got your foot soak buckets, right, tubs there, yeah, I recommend definitely getting that in time for this week. So we'll do that. And yeah, so that's pretty much all of the resources. There's a few more here as we go throughout the next few days. These will make a bit more sense to you on the resources, but definitely have a look at them if you want. And yeah, so that's all I have to do. So I'll just share. If,
Hello, Kartikeya. Sorry to interrupt, mate. How are you?
Oh, good. This is Pratish, is that?
Yeah, that's me, mate. Missed out. Sorry, I came in super late. I missed out this session. You can access this online to the website. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, definitely. Yes, all this is being recorded, so on YouTube and also on the site itself. You can access all the videos previously, even if you want to just watch again for your own convenience. Yeah, definitely it'll be all there.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kartikeya.
No worries. And yeah, just on that note, did anyone have any questions at the moment that we can answer? Sorry, if anyone or their experience at this moment, or if they have any questions, particularly about this center or this topic, we'll leave it open if anyone has any questions.
No.
Come on, everybody, ask some questions at least. Come, it's always crickets every single time. This question time.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
I'll ask a question. It's it's Debbie here.
Hi,
yeah, hi. Thanks for today. It's lovely. And I was just wanting to ask, which day are we doing the foot soaking, so I know when to get prepared?
Yes.
That's
Me too. I would like to know that as well.
Great.
I will. Do you
Thanks,
know,
Debbie.
Gina?
No, that's all right.
Double checking quickly.
Sorry about that.
We'll definitely send a message, like maybe 2 days before we do the foot soak, so it probably won't be tomorrow. Just get back to you.
But yeah, I think yeah, when you get a chance, you can just buy a tub and get your salt as well. And yeah, we'll definitely give you a heads up in advance when we'll actually start the meditation. But yeah, so.
Excellent. Thank you.
No worries.
Hi, Kartikeya. Can I share my experience?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, hi. I was bit when I sat down for today's session. My name is Ruby and I've been meditating for a while. And today when I sat down for the session, I was after the whole day, a bit tired and a bit flustered. But just by putting both my hands on Mother Earth and saying those affirmations, I felt after that, I just forgot everything. And in fact, I'll have to see the session again to see what Tanya was saying. It just, my mind became completely blank, and I want to thank Tanya for that. That was really beautiful.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing that, Ruby. Yeah, definitely. Just that having that ability to connect with the Mother Earth is really important. And I think, you know, we have access to that readily. You know, if you're going out on a walk, you're very close to a park or something like that, just maybe if you just feel like it, just can sit down for a couple of minutes just on the grass and just feel that connection, absorb the vibrations through the Mother Earth. And that's really simple. All you have to do, as Ruby said, just put both your hands on the Mother Earth and just, you don't have to do anything. You just feel that connection. And yeah, you really feel like a sense of calmness within you, because that's working on that sort of level through the connection of your Mooladhara Chakra, which is physically connected to the Mother Earth. Yeah, so yeah, did Nina, you have to say something?
Yeah, so I just got an answer for the foot soak. We'll be actually demonstrating it tomorrow. So if possible, if you have any buckets in the house to use as your foot soak bucket, that would be great.
Thank you. That's great.
And also salt. I mean, everyone probably has salt, but
yeah, you can even use table salt if you're really running out of it. Don't have access to rock salt or anything like that. Yeah, table salt will be fine. But yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No No
Any
worries.
other questions?
Looks like that's all. But yeah, so yeah, as we've stated before, so now the next 7 days, me and Nina will be running you through this intermediate course. And so again, you know, if you have any questions at all, let us know in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And we'll be going through the different centers of our subtle system through the next 7 days. So it'll be quite very informative. And I think this is going quite more in depth now from your regular meditation. So we're going to be really working on each aspects, and you'll get to understand a lot more about each chakra. And then for yourself as well, this will be beneficial, because then you'll start to understand when you're feeling certain things on your hands, they're correlating to the different chakras. Then you'll know that, oh yes, that center is the one I need to work on. And you'll understand also the different emotional aspects of it, and also physical and mental. So you'll understand that with the Mooladhara, maybe you need to just sort of, if you're feeling that catch on just on here on the bottom of your palm, then maybe you just need to be a bit more connected with the Mother Earth. That you maybe just maybe just thinking about it too, thinking about different aspects of your life too much, and you just maybe need to take a step back, slow down, and just enjoy the nature that is around you. Even look in the sky, just having a look into the clouds and the sun, not the sun, but into the sky, and just enjoying that, just taking it all in. And you really feel that that will settle your attention down a lot. So yeah, so hope to see all of you again in the next few days, and we'll leave it at that. So thank you for having us, and see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Shri Maha